Hey guys, Chelsea here. Now in this video, I'm going to be looking at silver orders, and basically silver orders for weapons, and this is basically more of a noob guide, but basically it's what to spend silver orders on, what not to spend silver orders on, and basically just some advice, really, with silver orders, because there's been a huge new change with silver orders, as you guys know, and I'm basically going to be looking at the allies and the axis as well, but basically looking through them and basically saying it's going to be mostly on weapons, but because troops you don't really need much. Oh yeah, by the way, the gold's bugged as well, which is hilarious. I think that's hilarious right now. But anyways, I'll start with the allies, what to buy, what not to buy really, and then I'll hop over to the axis as well. Now, the first thing you probably should save your silver orders on. Now, with the allies, you have a choice, really, between the M3 and the M3A1. Now, I would personally say the M3A1, it's better to save for this, but it means that you're going to have, for the first 9 levels, you're going to have an immediate disadvantage, because you're only going to have one SMG, compared to the Axis, where I would say it's actually not that bad getting MP34s early on, and then getting the MP40, maybe getting a couple Berettas, and stuff like that. Maybe get an FNAB if you want it. But that's where the Axis actually have a good advantage over the Allies, is SMGs. You know, it's really, you know, which one do you want? Do you want crap or crap, basically? Or just slightly better crap? With this, with the Axis, it's literally, do you want, you know, a decent SMG, a bad SMG, or a decent SMG? And then I get a decent SMG here, and then you get a load of good ones. But with the Allies, you just don't get any good ones until 22, so yeah, I'm just going to say, so that's going to be the first part. The second part is basically the early stuff, which is these 3. Well, these 4, really. I would not recommend buying any of these. Maybe buying a number 4. The same with the Axis. Buying the early 3 rifles here, I do not recommend doing that. The reason and maybe the sniper variants, but the reason I don't recommend buying these is A, snipers are not the best until you get to the, you know, the good semi-autos like the Garand and the FG and even the Gavir 43. But you're going to be wasting orders that you will need to be spending on the level 7 unlock, the M1 Garand, and the Gavir 43. Now, the reason I say you have to buy these is, first off, semi-autos are much better than bolts. Even with the nerfs, semi-autos are really good. These things hit like actual trains. They don't do as much damage as the, as you can see, they do slightly less damage than both, but the thing is, these things have the increase of better fire rate, as you can see. You know, they've got, compared to the bolts where you have to, you know, bolt cycle every time. The stuff like the Garand, you know, you don't have to do that as much. There's also, you know, you get the bayonets with the Garand. I don't know if you get it. I don't think you get them with the Gavir 43, but you definitely get them with the Garand. Yeah, those are what you're going to be spending your silver orders on. You want to outfit all of your squads with Garands. Like, soldiers, you can outfit them with Garands. Maybe, you know, like the, for example, say you have, I mean, with the, I've got the M2 as well, but if you had the M2, you know, that's probably the, and maybe the M1 carbine with the grenade launcher and the M1 Garand with the grenade launcher. Those are probably the only 2 you probably should, you know, say, look, it's time to swap, you know, it's time to swap these out for, you know, for these, the Garads out for these. Another thing is, again, you don't want to be spending orders willy-nilly. So, for example, don't buy the Winchester, they're pretty awful. Don't buy the A4, they're pretty awful. You know, just avoid awful weapons. Now, some awful weapons are a bit unavoidable, like the Braider. You also don't want to be spending more than you need. Like, for example, don't buy 50 Sturm pistols. I know the Sturm pistol is an okay anti-tank weapon, but don't spend 50, you know, a billion orders on these. only buy stuff which you know you need. For example, I know I don't need anything, so I'm not going to be spending any silver orders. But if I switch over to, say, Berlin, I'm just going to hot swap over to Berlin. I know I don't need to spend any more on PPSHs because I've got enough for every soldier at the moment to be equipped with a PPSH. So I know I don't need to go into logistics, go to here and get the PPSH with the box because I know I don't need them. So that's another, that's another thing as well. Like, don't, the same goes with buying stuff like this. Maybe not for the small ammo pouches, the med kits and the backpacks, but for buying stuff like AP mines, ammo pouches, stuff like that. Only buy stuff that you know you need. Now, a good thing to note is that you get med packs, explosive packs, and grenades, as well as some Molotovs by default when you unlock certain levels. Like, for example, every squad you unlock will give you, 10 or so, will give you some grenades. It's also, this is something I haven't done, but you want to equip as many of your guys with grenades. It doesn't matter what grenade it is, you want to equip them with the grenades. Doesn't matter if they're Molotovs, even though they're bad. Doesn't matter if they're, stick grenades. It doesn't matter if they're smoke grenades. You want to equip as many people as you can. But, yeah. I'm going to go on to another video about how to use all of these soon. But, yeah. You want to maybe not spend silvers on these unless you're in a dire need of them. Like, say you're, for example, you need to equip out 1 or 2 soldiers and you're somewhere like you've just unlocked level 28 in Normandy and you know you're not getting another squad that can field grenades until 32. And you have, you've got a silver order or 2 lying around, maybe buy a couple explosive packs. But that's like a very late game example. Anyways, I'm just going to end the video here. This has just been like my advice for new players on what to spend silver orders on. Obviously, this isn't concrete. You can spend them on what you want, but these are just some words of wisdom from what I've learned. So basically, buy grads. Don't spend stuff on, don't spend silver orders on stuff you don't need because you won't make a net investment from them. And really, just, there's a few weapons to avoid. A few weapons, you probably shouldn't grab. Like, but if you want to grab a couple, like, and as well as this, I forgot to mention one thing as well. With all of these unlocks, you'll see, like this, you will get a free copy of these weapons. You'll get a free copy of the Panzerfaust, you'll get a free copy of the Beretta. They're at the lowest level, but you'll get a free copy when you level up. So, all the way back here at level 7, you'll get a free Gavir, you'll get a free FNAB, you'll get a free Maz, all of that. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.